What's going on, guys? Jay here with another epic video. Today, guys, I'm going to be going through and breaking down my Gladiator Beast Tri-Bridge Infinite Negate deck profile. So if you guys aren't familiar how I do deck profiles here on this channel, maybe you're new to the channel, or maybe this is your first time watching one of my deck profile videos. What I will do in this video, guys, is we'll go through the deck profile and go through the cards that are in the deck, basically. And then what I'll do is the next day, being Friday in this case, what I'll do is I'll put out test hand videos. So I'll go through test hands specifically, what I would do, going through test hands going first, and then what I would do going second with this deck. So that's how I do these videos, guys. If you guys still loving the content that I'm putting out, make sure you guys hit the like button so YouTube can see that as well. Also, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. It looks like about 65% of our audience for the channel is not subscribed to the channel. We're up to 128 subs, guys, as of this video. So we have grew a lot here over in the last few weeks. So I greatly appreciate all the love and support, and you guys hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, chatting with me down in the comments, joining the live stream and chatting with me in the live stream. I greatly appreciate all the love and support and the feedback. With that being said, guys, we'll go ahead and dive into this deck profile, and we'll go through it, guys, and see if you guys like what this is. I think it's a very interesting deck, though. So let's go through, guys. So we've got our Gladiator Beast Augustus. So I'm using 2 Augustus in here, guys. That just always seems pretty much the right number. 3 seems too much. If you guys are not familiar with what Augustus does, kind of move him so he's not any glare on him. What he does once he's special summoned from the deck from an effect of another Gladiator Beast monster after they attack, because they tag out, he allows you to special summon one of the Gladiator Beast monster cards in your hand, and they get their effect. So he's really good for he's really good for the deck. I use 2 Vesperius for the deck, guys. He's really good. I like being able to, because sometimes I will have issues when I go to attack and I can't, don't have enough attack power to over attack something. Let me see if I can find a better way where there's not a lot of glare. It's driving me nuts. There we go. It's about the same, but oh well. But you want to try to go over and attack something, guys. That'll help out, because when you it gives him extra 500 or more attack. So he's a 23 normally, but when he gets his effect, it'll make him a 28, and all the other Gladiator Beasts on the field get an extra 500 attack points too, making them an extra 500 points. And it helps a lot of cases, me being able to overpower something, or at least me go into attack with him, and if not, the other card I attack with, of course, too, go through with both cards, and I can swap them out in the deck and go to, some sort of combo move, basically. I use 2 Atorix. It just still seems like the right fit. Atorix is more of like the Foolish Burial in the deck, guys. It allows me to toss one of the Gladiator Beasts from the deck or extra deck to the graveyard, and it'll copy its basically name and level to the end of your turn. So it's a really good card. Helps out with going into some of the fusion monsters. I'm trying to find a spot where I like this so it's not driving me nuts. I think the glare is just bad overall, unfortunately. So I apologize, guys. That's probably as good as I'm going to be to get it. I only use 1 Bastari, guys. When he special summon, he gets to destroy a spell or trap card on the field. He has to destroy it. It's not a choice, so he has to destroy it. So keep that in mind. It's not a choice. So be careful. You have to be careful when you play him, because you may end up having to pop one of your cards if you don't have nothing. Quest, when he gets his effect, guys, you're able to pull one of your Gladiator Beast cards. It could be a fusion monster. It could be a link monster. It could be a link monster. It could be any of your spells or traps. But they have to have a Gladiator Beast in the name for you to cycle them back. If they're monsters or spells, they go instantly back to your hand, so you can reuse them. There's a lot of good cycle abilities that I use him with. Darius, it allows you to bring back one of your Gladiator Beast monsters from your deck to from the graveyard to the field, guys. But its effect is negated. He's very good with going into links or fusions, things like that. He's very good with being able to combo off. Next, I do use 2 Rescue Rabbits. For this deck profile, guys, I was kind of debating on putting them in or not, as far as, because the deck profile, I've got 42 cards total, so I was kind of debating back and forth. I'm like, do I want to put the extra 2 cards or not? So these I ended up making it 42, because I couldn't really, anything else I couldn't afford to take out, so I'm like, we'll add them, because with the combos that I can do with this deck, if you pull them, are even more insane than normal. So that's why I decided to make the deck 42. Usually I keep trying to keep all my decks at 40, of course, like most people. But in this particular case, I just felt like, there was no getting around it. Plus, as fast as it is, with it being much faster now, it's not really that big of a deal. You're really not going to notice much of the difference. That'll make sense when I do some of the test hand videos. I use 3 Ondal guys. The same reason as I've mentioned in previous videos. He's a really good card that's going to help us go through a lot of combos, like we were looking at with the the rabbit. That kind of helps out a lot too. And then we have our infinite negate with Apex Avion, and then using our Mist Valley Thunderbird. That's why we're going to be able to go and do our infinite negate, so we can negate their monster spells and trap cards, guys. That helps out a lot with this deck. So I'm able to even do it more easily and then consistently before with this deck, going first or second, guys. So definitely stay tuned for the test videos that I'll put up tomorrow. I think you guys are going to love them when we go through that. So let's get into some of the Tri-Bridge monsters. I use 3 of the Frank Tall, I think that's how you say his name. All of them roughly have the same effect, but for him, guys, what happens with him is that you can send him either from your hand or your field to the graveyard, and then what you can do is dump one of your Tri-Bridge monsters. In this case, this one, Tri-Bridge Neverval. You want to dump him, so I'll go ahead and put him down. I'm using 2 of him, guys. So what you would do is basically use his effect, dump him from the deck to the graveyard, ideally. And then what you would do is his effect would then activate. You get to add one. Sometimes you may want to add another one of him to your hand, depending on what you want to do, to maybe go ahead and normal summon him, or have him next turn to do the same combo again to kind of help, just kind of put a lot of them in the graveyard to be able to link using the link monsters with it. Or you could add the last one, which is Tri-Bridge Karas, I guess is how you say his name. Like I said, I'm horrible with pronunciations, guys. He does basically the same thing, but for him, what you can do is you can discard one Beast Warrior, Wing Beast card, and you can special summon him to your side of the field. So he allows you to special summon. So I do use one of him to kind of help going through cycling, put stuff in the graveyard, and to be able to use for the special summons. So that'll be it for all of the monster cards that I use for this part of the deck, guys. So we'll go into the spell cards next. Also, guys, I include timestamps. I forgot to mention that at the start of the video. I apologize about that. I include timestamps in all my videos, especially when I do these deck profiles, so you guys can see where I'm going from, from one part to the next in the video. I'm trying to find a spot where the glare is not so bad. I do use 3 comebacks, guys. We'll try and I guess we'll just put them up here. So I use 3 Gladiator Beast comebacks. If you guys are not familiar with the card, what it does, it allows you to special summon one of your Gladiator Beast cards from your hand or your graveyard, but it has to be different from monsters than you have on your side of the field. What I mean by that is, like, if you have a Wing Beast monster, you can't special summon another Wing Beast using this card, for example. The same for any other type. Doesn't matter if they're a Gladiator Beast or non-Gladiator Beast monsters, it has to be different from the type of monsters you have on your side of the field. And also, they can't be destroyed by battle. That's another really good effect for it as well, so it's better than Monster Reborn in a sense for a Gladiator Beast. I use 3 Gladiator Beast rejections, guys. It really helps go through and combo with the deck. So when you special summon a Gladiator Beast special summons from the deck, then you can basically pull a different one that's that's different from the one that you played. So it's very good going into combos and fusions, so it helps out a lot. I do use still, same as the last deck profile I kind of did with this, I use 3 Proving Ground guides, so we can add any 4 lower Gladiator Beasts from our deck to our hand. I do also use another card to help pull 3 Tingies, guys, to help pull the Tri-Bridge cards, and also help pull any of the Beast Warrior Gladiator Beasts that we have too. So it's a double-edged sword kind of in this deck, guys, so it's really perfect in here. Just that kind of helps speed up the deck, whether we need the Tri-Bridge cards, maybe we need a Gladiator Beast to help combo or do whatever we need to do. I'm still rocking the 3 Dark Ruler No More, guys. I just see too many people, going more first these days, which is good for us, right? This is definitely still a very good, perfect going second deck, even more so than ever, even so with this build. So that's why we run these, because so many people are focused on your board and stopping what you can do, in a sense. That's why I still run the 3 Dark Ruler No Mores for that specific reason. Unexpected Die to bring off the Endalls, and it'll chain with the rejections that we have to help go into some nice combos. Raigeki to get rid of their monsters, guys. Monster Reborn to bring back a monster force, and good old Harpy's Feather Duster to get rid of their spell and trap cards. So that'll do it for the spell cards, guys. Alright, so next let's go into the extra deck. So I'm using 3 of the Test Panther guys. No, excuse me, 2 of the Test Panther guys. Sorry about that. Same as normal. He's a really good card in the deck. I see some people use him at 2 with this deck, but you really need him at I mean, excuse me, at 1, but you definitely need him at 2 because, you know, a lot of times he's your, like, basically all you can do sometimes in some particular versions of, like, the other version I did of this deck. But this deck is really good as far as, like, a comeback move and things like that. When you play him, it's always trying best to play him during main phase 2 or try and not play him first because he does help with a lot of combos or extend your combos. But at the end of the day, that is a last resort. You can always go into him and still make your plays. So you will see a lot of people, myself included, do those. We do use the Tri-Brigade Virgin, I can't, sorry for pronunciations, the Baron Blossom. She's really cool, very cool, nice looking card. I use 2 of them guys because it really does help extend our plays, and she allows you to special summon a 4 lower beast warrior, or a winged beast monster, you know, one of them, which is any card in the deck, basically. So any card I draw, I can special summon using her effect, and it helps us go a lot more into our combos, links, and or fusion. So she helps the deck out a lot. Also, she lets you, if you link her off into something else, or just when she's sent to the graveyard, what you can do is draw 1 card, and then you have to put 1 card at the bottom of your deck. So she does help kind of speed it up in a sense. I do use one Degrassis, guys. I'll go over some substitutions that I have in the extra deck that you can use if you don't want to use him. But to me, he's still a good kind of backup or encase card to kind of go through and help tag out and speed up the deck if you get kind of a maybe a board that's kind of hard to work around. To me, he's still good, which is why I have him in here. But I've got some other stuff. If you don't want to main him, I've got some stuff in the side deck. You could swap him out. So that's, if you don't want to use him, that's, you know, that's fine. Link Spider to play the Ondals and to help kind of combo into, you know, the Test Panther and things like that. We've got good old Cross Sheep to kind of help extend and also go into more of either our Link cards, guys, or also go into our Infinite Negate. So Cross Sheep makes that even more consistent. So I've kept Cross Sheep in here, guys, for that specific reason. And then to do our Infinite Negate, we have our Union Carrier consistently. And then also we have our Samorg as well to make sure we can do it, you know, very consistently. All right. And then the next, guys, so for next would be our fusions. So we have good old Tame Editor. Still 2 of, I guess he wants to run away. Still 2 Tame Editors, guys. Use him, you know, you can bring out any card from the extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions, which is very helpful in this deck and helps speeds up the deck, and which makes, you know, the Gladiator Beast, you know, have a chance of being somewhat competitive when you're playing them. I still use 2, I don't know why I can't talk tonight. 2 Dominatinuses, guys. Basically, remember, he gets to pick your opponent's attack targets, and he can negate 1 effect once per turn. So you can negate 1 effect on your turn, you can negate an effect on your opponent's turn. It helps out a lot in those cases. I use 1 good old Gazaris to pop 2 cards and cycle through him. And then still 1 Heraclinos just in case we need him to negate. Remember, you can, as many cards in your hand, you can discard them to negate your opponent's spell and trap card. So he's good for that, or he's also good to kind of help use another extender if needed to go into the Infinite Negate. But yep. So those are the extra deck, guys. So I hope you guys like that. Next, we'll go into the side deck, guys. So I made a side deck for this as well, like we were talking about just a moment ago. Before we go into that, guys, I apologize, I haven't been uploading. I've been having a lot going on just in my personal life, and then work-life balance. I've been so much going on at work. I've been more focused at work, so that's why I haven't been uploading as much. So I've already got a few videos that I'm going to make sure we get out rest of the week, but I appreciate you guys still watching my videos, you guys joining the live stream that we did this last Sunday and Monday. I still will continue to do them every Sunday and Monday, but I appreciate you guys still watching the content and leaving comments. I've been trying to respond to everybody's comments that, you know, I see in on my other videos that you guys have been posting on. So I use Mystic for side deck, guys. I put in Mystic Mine. I also put in a Magical Midbreaker Field. It's really good backup cards in case someone's really trying to go too fast, so we can try and slow them down a little bit, you know, a good bit with Mystic Mine. Magical Midbreaker Field, you know, the deck still kind of, to an extent, does get slowed down if they're, you know, negating our effects and things like that, and getting rid of our monsters that's hurting us. That helps us protect us a lot. I put a Succession to help us kind of extend. If we need an extender, maybe we need to speed up the deck a little bit. Maybe we're going against someone that's just more of a powerhouse combo deck, kind of like ours, that maybe it's not so focused on negates, but maybe just more of a beatdown type deck, sort of. So I put that in there to kind of help if that's the case. 1 Day of Peace, kind of for the same reason, and also help, you know, extend plays plus draw a card. This deck struggles with mostly like spells and stuff that's slowing us down, kind of like the Mystic Mind that we were just looking at. So I have a Twin Twister in here, guys, and then also have 3 Cosmic Cyclones in the extra deck as well to kind of help get rid of those spell and trap cards that slow us down or stop us completely. That's the worst thing about this deck, is it's once it gets going, it's gone. The problem is them having something to slow you down that's usually a spell or trap card. So that's why I've got them in there, just to make sure we can get, we can kind of nip that in the bud as, quick and best as possible. I do have one Gladiator Beast War Chariot for kind of for backup, just in case we need it. It's, if you're not familiar with the card, what it does, guys, is it's a counter trap. So when your opponent goes to activate an effect, as long as you control a Gladiator Beast monster on your field, you can activate it. And what it does is that you can negate one of your opponent's monster card effects. And it's real good because you can cycle it with the quest, because it's got Gladiator Beast in the text as well. So you can cycle it with a quest. So it's really another good card for that instance. I did put one Rotari because there is some cases, right, maybe we want to stop them cycling from cards in their graveyard, guys. So Rotari is going to allow us to remove stuff from the graveyard. So if we need to do that, maybe they're really combo heavy or they're recycling cards in the graveyard, kind of like we do in a sense. This will help us kind of get ahead of them, so we can kind of swap that out if needed. I put a backup Bastari too, just in case we needed, something that's going to pop an extra card or an extra card to go into just for a Gladiator Beast wise is always a good one to have in there. I also added Destruction Swordblade just to kind of go through and lock them out of the extra deck. Maybe it's a really fast deck that's comboing all from the extra deck, guys, and we need to lock them out to try and make sure they don't get none of their combos out because they're just way too fast of a deck for us. I put through in there for things like that. I did throw in this one as well, number 38. He's really good for this deck, guys, because he's played with 2 level 8s, and it's so easy to get 8s in here from either the Augustuses or Vaspirus or Tame Editor. They're so easy to get all of those cards out on this deck, especially Tame Editor specifically, and playing multiple copies of Tame Editor at once. He's very easy to play, and he's very, 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 very good card. Also I put in here as well Arvomaxer. He's really good as well, and he's easy to go into with the Tri-Bridge version, so I put him in as well to kind of help us overpower him. Plus, he's just an insane card, an insane card. So why not? And then also, guys, I added one more Gazaris. So really, just to kind of explain why some of the cards I put in the the side deck that would go, we could swap out for the extra deck, guys. A lot of it is right. So let's say in a case that maybe we need to swap out, and maybe they've got more of a power heavy deck or something that's a little bit quicker. Maybe we don't need Infinite Negate, right, to beat them. Maybe we need a little bit more power instead of Infinite Negate. This way we can swap out the cards that we have for Infinite Negate, more maybe for the Gazaris or number 38, and take out our cards for the Infinite Negate, making it a 40 card deck, and we're just swapping out a few cards in the extra deck to compensate for that and to give us the extra power and ability that we need to to kind of combo around that. Hopefully that makes sense. But if you guys like this video, let me know down below in the comments. So far, I haven't seen anyone do a video like this as far as the Gladiator Beast, Tri-Bridge, Infinite Negate. I've seen a few other videos on YouTube, but nothing specifically like this video. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, comments, let me know down below. I love responding to your guys' comments and letting you know why I made the decisions that I did. Remember, make sure you guys check for tomorrow when I do the test videos, going first, and I'll do the second. I'll upload them, one in the morning time and then one kind of more towards the night time, so you guys can see both of those videos that'll be out tomorrow after watching this video. But that'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure, if you haven't liked the video, make sure you guys smash the like button. If you're not yet subscribed, make sure you guys get subscribed. We're still on the road to 500 subs, guys. I think what I'm going to do for the giveaway, once we hit 500 subs, I'll give away 3 booster boxes. This last time we hit 100 subs, I gave one booster box of Phantom Rage. So I think what we'll do when we hit 500 subs, I'll give 3 booster boxes away to 3 subscribers here on the channel. So we're getting close there, guys. We're getting closer and closer to hitting 500. So if you're not yet subscribed, make sure you guys get subscribed. But that'll do it for this video, guys. I look forward to chatting with you down in the comments. With that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video.